Yesterday I had mentioned that it was easier to show you guys stuff than to explain it, and I think that's equally true for the piston orientation when we consider the clockwise Club Car FE series engines versus the counterclockwise rotation. So what I've got on the bench today is one early FE290 and one later, so a clockwise and a counterclockwise. So before we talk about the piston orientation, if you look in the block, you'll see this bore is lower relative to the center line of the G-roller bore. And the other one, the late model 290, so this is the clockwise when viewed at the clutch. You can see that the center line of the G-rotor relative to the G-roller, we're talking about oil pump gears here, is above. So if you drew an imaginary line through here, this center line above is late model or clockwise rotation when viewed at the clutch. This guy is below the center line, so he's early production. So if you think about it, the piston orientation on the earlier engine, you'll notice that the arrow, this is a little 0.25 mil oversized job, so, and the oversized pistons that you get through the aftermarket or wherever all have this sort of same directional orientation, so you don't have to use the OEM piston, the aftermarket piston has it as well. So the arrow points down, and a neat way to remember it is if the center line is lower, this points towards that being lower. In the late model production engine, the clockwise when viewed at the clutch engine, the arrow points away, and you'll see that the bore is up. So it's sort of, you know, the bore position here tells you which direction that's going to go. Now on an FE350, this is once again a late model FE350 because this little guy is above relative to the center line of this bore. So in these engines they use an L and an R. So the L goes towards the flywheel on the late model engine. If this engine was an early FE350 with this bore or this center line below, that would mean that we orientate the L away from it. So you know, and this relates to the offset of the pin, the wrist pin, in the piston. So it's sometimes hard to explain this stuff, but I hope that clears it up. Just if you ever get confused, just watch this video. All right, bye for now.